going on, everyone? Welcome back to a special holiday edition of Action Sunday. Yeah, just in time for the holidays. As you know, tomorrow is Christmas Eve, so perfect time for me to get out this action review. All right, so now I know what you're thinking. Okay, so about a year ago, I did the Lethal Weapon review, since, of course, that was the only action movie that really, fit the Christmas spirit. Then, of course, also on this channel, I reviewed Die Hard 2, and, of course, I know what you're thinking. Wait, how come I didn't review Die Hard? I'm like, okay, people, come on. Everyone has seen Die Hard at least once or twice in their entire life. Everyone, and it's definitely been debated that it's a Christmas movie. Okay, still is and it will be a Christmas movie. But anyway, there's so many overlooked action movies that fit the Christmas bill. Of course, I could have gone with a couple others that people have thrown out, but this one I feel is overlooked. This one is called The Long Kiss Goodnight. It came out in 1996. It stars Geena Davis and Samuel L. Jackson. And what can I say about this? The whole plot of this movie, it's essentially Geena Davis plays an amnesiac that turns out, holy shit, she used to be an assassin. So it's essentially like a how I say, a pre-Jason Bourne movie, but instead of a male lead, it's a female lead. And Geena Davis, holy shit, she is smoking in this movie, like in more ways than one, if you know what I mean. But anyway, wow, it's just one crazy thrill ride. Like the moment, like she goes from like. It's like, how do I say this? It's like she's playing two different modes. It's like, here's one character, like, completely opposite what she's doing. Then all of a sudden, as soon as the amnesia really kicks in, she realizes, oh my God, I know who I am. Like, all of a sudden, she completely turns becomes a completely, totally different character, which is essentially almost pretty much like what Jason Bourne was. And damn, she takes this role with strides. And like, my God, the rest of the cast did a good job. Like David Morse, like he plays a really good villain. Let's see, Samuel L. Jackson, he just as crazy and nutty, but hell, oh yeah, it was just great. But not much else I can say about the movie. But it's entertaining. But at times I felt like, my God, most of this movie was really unrealistic. Okay, furthermore, okay. There's a scene where they're pinned down in a hallway. A guy lobs a grenade, and all of a sudden they take running off down the hallway, and they shoot out the window, and they go out the window. But the grenade blows up, and somehow it spreads down the hallway. First off, that never happens, okay? The blast is only contained to just that portion of the hallway. There's no whatchamacallit that occurs, okay? The only way that happens is if there was an air current coming through it. This scene, like, I just baffled me. And then there was another crazy scene later on in the movie. Somehow, Samantha Cain, that's Geena Davis' official character name. Okay, spoilers ahead. Somehow she gets her daughter. She's trying to keep her safe. Samuel L. Jackson is being held captive by the baddies, and she lights a line of kerosene to a bunch of kegs, and somehow it blows up, and the shock wave somehow goes up a couple floors, knocks out all the baddies, and somehow sends Samuel L. Jackson's character out the window and lives. What the hell? Seriously, did the writers and creators just not think about science or anything? And that comes to this? Seriously, this was so unrealistic. Like, really, I wanted to just say, what the hell were you thinking? This literally just now takes it in a totally different direction. It essentially becomes a comedy. I'm like, well, believe it or not, the actual thing says comedy. I'm like, this is no comedy. This is just, it's lighthearted humor, but this is essentially like a pseudo spy thriller with like a really somewhat serious tone. But in my opinion, that's how I look at this movie. But seriously, it just baffles my mind. Seriously, okay? It's just essentially just 90s cheese at its absolute finest, as you would look at. But I can't just take the movie seriously after seeing all this. I'm like, come on. I've seen action movies that have done better things with this, make it more realistic. This was just cartoonish, just really putting it out there, really just almost putting it more into like a superhero movie. I'm like, come on. You gotta understand your audience, folks, okay? Yeah, enough said. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, those were my two problems with this movie. It's like, I just can't believe it. But the final act really gets really good. I don't want to give much away, but it involves a shootout on a bridge, and the bridge blows up, which is like a freaking insane. And just we should just saying, okay, all right, Jen Davis is a real badass, and I love it for that. Okay, I think you guys would probably enjoy in this movie just to see Jenna Davis kick some ass. But all the other crap that I mentioned, it just really, it's like it just takes you out of it. But you just need the right focus, the right tone. It would really take you back. But definitely, it's still set in the Christmas mood because there's Christmas music playing all the dang time. There's a Christmas parade at the beginning of the movie. So there you go. That's why it fits into the role of an action film set in Christmas. So I'd say definitely check this out if you can get your hands on it. I had a really hard time trying to find this. And I found it. I watched it. I was mildly entertained. But if you can find it, you'll be mildly entertained, okay? So if I had to give Long Kiss Goodnight a score, I'm going to give this movie, I hate to say this, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Despite the unrealistic things that take me out of it, it's an entertaining movie, all right? That's it for this week. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for some awesome videos. And, of course, happy holidays, everybody.